Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to this Extreme Warfare Revenge series. My name is Andy, your commentator. This is episode number 37 of the series, where I'm booking a year's worth of shows for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. So I'm recording this on the 28th of December 2024, so I hope you had a wonderful festive period, had a great Christmas or whatever holiday it is you celebrate, if you indeed celebrate one. You can see it there though in the game canon, if you like. I am currently on Sunday the 15th of December. My voice is currently about to go, and we will just start the video, which doesn't bode well. However, we're going to power on through. I'm going to power on through by doing the next two shows. So we've got the next episode of Warfare and the next episode of Outrage. So we've got 3 shows left to do before our pay-per-view, which is coincidentally taking place on the 28th of December. Holiday, obviously. I won't record it on that day, but yeah, that is the same day as I am currently recording this. I think I'm a bit behind schedule with the recording, but of course we're in that period of time now between Christmas and New Year where you don't know what day it is, you don't know what time it is, and you don't know what planet you're on, basically. So I think I'm behind schedule, but we can soon get back on track. And the best way to do that is by getting on with it. So we're going to move from Sunday to Monday. So no doubt there'll be a load of emails about a promotion changing size, and possibly some hirings and firings along the way. Of course, Warfare is going to be on Thursday. That's when we... and Outrage on Saturday. That's when our shows will be taking place. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, there we go. As I was saying, ABWF have risen to regional. NGBW have risen to global, so 2 have changed size. So I'm assuming they're going to be making some hirings to reflect that. MCW has been renewed. That's good. MLW have fallen to cult. Of course, the promotion battles emails where they just basically say, we have more star power and we're more professional, but we don't have very good wrestlers. That's essentially what's going on there. Right, WWE have signed Adam Pearce. Interesting. So he's a staff member on here rather than a not sort of member of the roster and a non-wrestler, if you like. We know about that one. What the hell's going on? Excuse me. Right, I'm hoping that's the last cough. I do apologise. We'll edit all those out. Right, so WWE have risen to national level, so another promotion's changed size. Normally get that at the end of the emails. So they've signed Tommy Dreamer to a written contract. That's interesting. Matt Morgan's left AAA to go to WWN. Alex Riley's gone to House of Hardcore. MLW have signed John Silver. Why not? And WWE have also signed Tom Phillips, Aaron Mahoney, and then a few other people. Okay, so interesting stuff. 1 or 2 interesting bits and pieces going on in this fictional world of wrestling. 46 emails, so another good 20 emails. So of course, NGBW are going to be bulking out the roster, and they're back up to national. Samir Singh, not the last cough. Let's do a drinking game. How many times do I cough during this video? I don't know what's happened to my voice. It was fine before I started recording, but I need to get this recorded. So anyway, let's go. Right, Samir Singh's gone to ABWF. As has Lars Sullivan, okay. As has Jimmy Rave. And Sawama, Mike Kanellis. Jimmy Rave's also... Yeah, so again, as I've said before in this game, one company signs a wrestler, another 5 do. AW signed BLKGs, or is it supposed to be Black G's or BLK? I don't know. Don't know who that is, I'll be honest. But good luck to him, or her. No, so somebody's finally signed Naomi. I can't believe it's taken so long for that to happen. So Naomi's gone to Rise. NGBW have signed Velveteen Dream. And Sean Spears, why not? MLW release Ace Romero. Zenshi's gone to Beyond. Along with D'Lo Brown and Jimmy Rave again. So 3 companies have signed Jimmy Rave in one day. Scott Dawson to Shikara. Trish Stratus to Shimmer. Well, that's a good signing for them. They are supposed to be women's only promotion, so why not get one of the most famous women's wrestlers of all time? David Boy Smith's gone to CMLL to replace, was it Matt Morgan who left? I can't remember. WWE signed Mark Angelasetti, so that's why Trish Stratus has gone to Shimmer, because he was at Shimmer. Impact have signed Averno. Hubertuk Guerrero's gone to CZW. I could have sworn he just left. Am I going mad? Ah, CMLL, oh, AAA, right, okay. He left, right. Yeah, so he's left MLW to sign for AAA, and then left AAA to sign for CMLL. How bizarre. Do. Which, considering what his dad said once, bizarre, If you know, you know. Yeah, quite appropriate. Anyway, move on. So more NJPW hirings. What is going on here? Lots of stuff going on. 62 emails. I was expecting so many. I thought we could just breeze through this, but obviously not. Right, so yeah, Apollo's gone to ABWF. Yeah, Mike Canales has gone to WoW. Hallow Wicked's gone to AIW. Lou Fisto's gone to Rise and Left Beyond. Scott Dawson's gone to MLW. Wolfgang to MLW. Tom Coe to Chikara. Bobby Fish House of Hardcore. Excuse me. MCW to Hiram. Anyway. Raven. So Raven's left CZW to go to Shimmer. Well, he's on his body, I suppose, but not quite sure how that's going to work. Jay Lether's gone to CMLL. Hiroyoshi Tenzan's gone on a written contract. Fair enough. Takahashi's gone to CZW. Danny Havoc to AAA. Togi Makabe to AAA. Lots of crazy stuff going on. Lots of interesting goings on. Now we're finally at show day. How many more emails? Not many. Okay. So House of Hardcore signed Chris Parks, which is of course Abyss. I don't know what that is. Or that. Or that. Or that. I know Kevin Keegan is, but not Kevin Keenan. Willie Abin, I think that's an announcer. Candice LeRae's gone to Beyond. Kevin Thorne's gone to Beyond. Schlack's gone to Chikara. So House of Hardcore signed Drake Maverick to a written contract, and Icarus. Naomi's gone to see again. So no one signed Naomi for 12 months, and now 2 companies have signed her. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. And more promotions changing size. So House of Hardcore are now national. So where are we now in the pecking order? So we're still 3rd behind WWE and New Japan. So that's interesting. Its public image is decent, to be fair. We managed to sort of get away from the low teens, the mid to low teens figure. So that's good. Right, we're finally at our next episode of Warfare. So as I said, we've got 3 shows before the December event. Excuse me. So I think I'm going to do. This is probably going to be. There'll be one more. There'll probably be 2 more videos after this one. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue this series. Now, my original plan was to be able to multitask. So my original plan was to just book a year. So I was going to start January the 1st, get to January the 1st the following year, and then that was going to end the series. But part of me wants to carry on the series because I'm enjoying doing it, but then hardly no one watches these videos, if I'm being honest. So I'm not quite sure if that's the right thing to do, but they are quite easy. They're easy videos to make, and I do quite enjoy doing them. So I don't know if I'm going to continue this series. I've also got another series planned for this game, which again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. But it's going to be slightly different to this one. If I do, it's going to be a different promotion. It's going to be a different database, and it's going to be different, basically. That's the top and bottom of it. So yeah, I'm not quite decided. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do this video. Then the next video, it's going to be the go home episode of Warfare, and then Heliday or whatever. Hopefully I'll come up with a better name for the pay-per-view by then. But if not, we'll have to go with Heliday. And then I'm probably going to do one more video, sort of tying the series off. So we're going to get to the 1st of January 2025, and we'll get a fresh list of the top 100 wrestlers. And I'm hoping we're going to get a few featured on there. And then I may also do my version. I mean, this might be a bit lame, but I may also do my version of the Slammies. I haven't decided that yet, but I'm thinking, like, just have some fictional awards, like match of the year and 1 or 2 other bits and bobs. But anyway, that's all to come. I really should probably talk about what I'm actually doing here, but I'm trying to. Just going to go into this at the end. So Eli Drake. I haven't done a recap actually of the storylines. I think we'll do actually. We'll do it slightly differently. Why not? We'll mix it up. I'll just do the booking without actually explaining what I'm doing, and then we'll. And then as we're getting the reviews in, I'll go through the... I'll do the reminder then and explain why I've booked what I've booked. Okay, even though my voice is clinging on, we're still... we're not coughing, which is good. Can you do this one? I think you can. Yep, that's fine. Just a little backstage. So, but yeah, so I haven't decided. Yeah, I haven't fully decided basically what's going to happen going forward. Obviously, I know the next video is going to be Warfare and then Holiday. And then I'm definitely going to do one more video where I get to the end of the year and sort of do a little bit of a year in review sort of thing. Well, I don't know. I might not go to town too much on that one. But it's going to happen. Because the last show is going to be... And I'm sure I'll say all this in the next video, but yeah, the last show that I book, the last show of 2024 is going to be Holiday. Because the next episode of Warfare will be the 2nd of January. So I just wish it was... I think this is episode 37. If I do one more episode, the next one's going to be obviously 38. And then if I do the sort of roundup video, it's going to be 39. I don't know why, but I think the OCD in me, for want of a better way of putting it, kind of wishes it was a 40 episode series. I think it'd be nice. Although, to be fair, I wasn't expecting it to be this many episodes, but it's only because I've ended up with 2 shows. Or 2 weekly shows, which I wasn't expecting. But I'm glad I did now, because I feel like if I hadn't, then we probably wouldn't be national anymore. I think having 2 shows is what's kind of helped us win the promotion wars, if you like. So it was the right decision in the end. But yeah, I'm not quite sure if we're gonna. I don't know if to carry on this series or not. Like I said, part of me wants to, but another part of me thinks it's a bit repetitive in terms of a viewing experience, and also maybe that's why nobody watches these. That's why maybe nobody watches these videos. I think with more traditional video games, people. I think what I might do, if I am going to continue this series, it won't be like a weekly thing like this has been. And I'll do what I originally planned to do for this series and intersperse other games in with it. I think that's what I'll probably do. And I am also going to start the other one with a newer database. The different game, if you like, that I've got planned. Right, how many segments? I've got 3 segments left to book, so I can do this. Then I can multitask. I actually I'm just looking at the rundown. Yeah, I will comment on the last section, the last segment, if you like, because that is going to be quite important. But I know at times I'm going to pick match, and it's not a match. That needs to stop happening. Right, so we're going to have that. I mean, no, I don't think anyone's left. I don't think I keep some. I mean, nah. Let me start that one again. I think in the early part of this series, I kept saying, "Oh, leave a comment for this, that, and that." I don't think anyone's left a comment on a single one of these videos. So if you're watching this video, leave a comment on it. Just so I've got a comment on a video. What I was going to say is, yeah, if you want me to come in with this series, let me know. But as no one's commented on a single video yet, I can't imagine that's good. I think maybe somebody. I think maybe Justin did. My old friend from the Pokemon series. I think he commented on one once. But other than that, much like most police interviews, no comments. So slightly annoying. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right, so we're now up to the last segment, thankfully. And I will talk about this one. So, if I had done a recap, I would have mentioned about Eli Drake being stalked. So Eli Drakes had a mystery stalker who attacked him. So the interview that he did earlier on, he was basically going to say, "I'm not leaving here until I found this stalker." So what would have happened is, periodically throughout the show, there'd just been a little backstage angle of him like walking down the corridor, kicking doors open, you know, saying, come out wherever you are, you know, blah, 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 blah. Asking random staffers backstage or lower card wrestlers that haven't been featured. Is it you? Do you know anything about this? Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, at the end of the show, he'd come out to the ring and he'd demand the guy who's attacking him to be revealed. Now I think you can do it this way. So Stalker attacks and reveals. So obviously Eli Drakes, yeah, so he'd come to the ring. So he'd come to the ring, he'd say, I'm not leaving. No one's leaving this building until you reveal yourself, blah 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 blah. The lights would go out. The lights would go out, he'd be stood behind Eli Drake. Eli Drake would turn round, he'd swing for him, the Stalker would duck and then like hit him in the stomach with something. I don't know. And then he'd stand over him, he'd take his hood off, and it's revealed to be, drumroll please, a debuting Zack Ryder. So Zack Ryder is the mystery Stalker. Now I was going to do it as a, obviously you can do a debut angle, but yeah. So Zack Ryder is the mystery Stalker. So he's now joined PWG, of course, Matt Cardona. I can't bother to change his name, obviously, if it was real, I would have to. But it isn't, so I don't. Right. So that's that mystery solved. I don't want to come up with mid Cardona. I know that sounds a bit harsh, but whoever came up with that, absolute gold. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's instead see what sort of rating this is going to get. I'm not expecting a good one, to be honest with you, but I've said that a few times and been wrong. Okay, so Orange Cassidy and Mick Foley beat the powers of 8. So, of course, this one, Orange Cassidy was offered a team by Mick Foley, and then their first match was against, they built it up last week, saying, oh, we're first match up against former tag team champions, which is, of course, true. So we're trying to sort of start that team going. So that's the point of that one. That's the point of that segment. So Tennille Dashwood and so Shanna lost to Mia Yim, and basically Tennille Dashwood just kind of lays into her, saying, "I can't believe you're a former women's champion. You can't, you blah 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 blah. You keep losing since you came back." Just basically sort of, you know, trash talking her basically. That was just to get Barbie Hayden on TV, and that was quite a good match as well. So that's good. And they shook hands because they're both baby faces. So of course Eli Drake, as I mentioned earlier, that would have been an interview saying about he's not leaving until the Stalker reveals himself. So of course the Stunning Succuban and the Paige Dana Parazzo, now Zelina Vega's come back. It's now 3-on-3. So I'm just basically building up to the big six woman tag team match by just having them randomly attack each other. So the Mighty hype up their match against Crime Time, so they're gonna sort of show Foley and Cassidy how it's done. Essentially, they talk about Foley and Cassidy saying, well, you know, we watch their match, now you watch our match, and watch how easily we beat Crime Time on Outrage. And, you know, they talk about how old the powers of pain are, one thing or another. Just to run down Foley and Cassidy. Okay, so Taryn Terrell debuted in the last video. Of course, she was in the dollhouse with Mia Yim. So Mia Yim's revenge tour, if you like. She's sort of collecting her debts. Taryn Terrell's come back and, like I said, a ghost from Christmas past, if you like. And they're gonna, that's building up something there. Okay, so Morgan and Man, so this has been a bit of a TV feud. This is the first actual tag team match between the two. And of course, Morgan and Mandrews won there by cheating. Now, Mark Haskins had an absolutely dreadful babyface turn, but we're still going to plow with the storyline. So he's now going to take on Pac at Holiday. Battle of Britain, if you like. And Drew Gulak beat Bandido again to try and so he's going to be challenging Keith. We're just going to try and get him over as a threat, basically. Yep, and then the last segment. So Zack Ryder, I had to give him a new gimmick because he was a babyface. I can't remember his gimmick. It was a fun babyface, I think. So I've given him the gimmick of movie star, but essentially what it would be is like YouTube star, if you like. So, you know, he'd be like a deluded movie star, thinking, well, because I'm popular on YouTube, because I've got this YouTube series. You know, I'm a movie star, if you like. It kind of, it's kind of delusion of grandeur, if that makes any sense. A bit like the Miz with the A-lister sort of thing, but playing off YouTube rather than the Marine. if you get me. Cool. So once again, I had low expectations but got a high rating, so that's good. Anything over 70%, I'm happy with. 20 minutes in, 20th of December. Why not? yeah, so one more show to do, the next episode of Outrage, which is going to be taking place on Saturday, of course. But let's see what more emails we've had in the meantime. So the Brian Kendrick's gone to SWA to face Trish Stratus. Sean Waltman's gone to CZW, why not? We got a decent rating for Warfare. We're now comfortably getting over 1,000 people, which is nice. Okay, fair enough. Cheers, Jimmy. That's why we pay the big bucks. Let's just have a quick look at that, actually. I think Mark Andrews got way over when he had those singles matches with Triton and Trey Miguel, because they were so good. It got him over. Yeah, 50 and 71. I was hoping that would help get Flash Morgan over, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those two. I was tempted to keep Mark Andrews, actually, because he's quite good. I was tempted to do what he's basically suggested. And I may still do that. Is Trish's shimmer coming? Yeah, the second biggest star behind Kazuchika Okada. What a top 5 that is. A real who's who. Okay, let's get on to the shortest day of the year. Or indeed, the day that's got the shortest amount of daylight. No more emails, thank God. Right, so Saturday the 21st of December, our final show before good old St. Nick comes down the chimney. And it is our newer show, Outrage, which is on Paramount, I think. Other streaming services are, of course, available. Yeah, Paramount. Anyway, let's go with it. I'm going to kick things off with Crime Time versus the Mighty. So, of course, in the last show, it was Foley and Cassidy up against Powers of Pain. Well, the Mighty wanted to kick things off here to show what they're all about. Shane Thorne and Mikey Nichols, of course. So Slapjack and Mikey Nichols taking on Crime Time, and they are, of course, going to win. I feel like Crime Time have become glorified jobbers, which is a bit of a shame, really, but we'll give them a clean win as well, just to really rub it in. That's to build up a match against somebody else. Right. So next up, we're going to have Excalibur throwing his weight around, so he's going to book a match between... So he's going to make the Taryn Terrell Mia Yim match official. So the Ghost of Christmas Past of Mia Yim is going to get her shot. This match is just a bit random. I feel like, speaking of glorified jobbers, I feel like that's all Bandido's become, because he's going to lose this match as well. So Congo Kong, Alexander Wolf Killing Day, and the Iron Fists, and they're going to be taking on the Ninjas of Virtue and Bandido. So that is Octagon, Great Sasuke, and Bandido. I think that could be a good little team. But they're going to lose this match. In fact, I feel this match isn't going to be very good, but I hope it doesn't matter. Kong can pin Octagon, because why not? Keep the Iron Fist strong. I need something for them to do, really. Okay. Just nice build for this match. So Real One, open brackets, Enzo Mori, close brackets, and Pac are going to assault Mark Haskins. I'm trying to put Haskins in angles to get him over, to get his overness back that he lost. That's the plan anyway. So again, we keep this little tag feud going. I feel like I should have started this sooner, but hey ho. Didn't mean to do that. Right, so they're going to talk about not the Mighty, they're going to talk about their next opponents, which are going to be NGD. And of course, they'll talk about the Mighty, say, well, you know, and I think probably make that a number one, yeah, I think they'll probably make that number one contenders match, which they mentioned in the interview that it's going to be number one contenders match. Right, next up, a little bit of a retribution. Speaking of Slapjack that I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a backstage sneak attack. And it's going to be Eli Drake attacking Zack Ryder. So just a bit, so you know, eye for an eye if you like. Turnabout's fair play, whatever that silly phrase is. So we just sort of from behind and they just say, you know, see how you like it, yeah, or something like that. I don't know, and then or something not lame and walk off. And then a match that was teased in the last show is actually going to take place. Tenille Dashwood taking on Shanna, Mr. Loverman, Shanna. And Shanna is actually going to win, but she's going to win by count out. So what would happen is Tenille would just sort of walk off and intentionally get counted out, if you like. So Shanna would be enraged by what Tenille said the week before. She'd just assault her straight away, and Tenille would just back away and run off, basically. So it's kind of a bit of a nothing match. Right, and then this feud that I've kind of let go a little bit. It's been on and off all year, but it's finally going to come to a head. So Super Dragon and Excalibur. So what would happen in this segment is Super Dragon would come out and talk about, oh, Excalibur throwing his weight around again, booking Mia Yim against Taryn Terrell. Taryn Terrell doesn't even work here. She hasn't got a contract. You know, like break. So a bit of a spoiler for everybody. Taryn Terrell's not actually under contract, so why has she been booked in a pay-per-view match? I don't know. I'm sick of Excalibur doing this, that, and the other. No, he hired Octagon when he shouldn't have done. Hired the Great Sasuke. Look how rubbish they've been. They lost earlier. He allowed this. Blah blah blah. Then Excalibur then gets up, comes out, and they start arguing. And Super Dragon says, let's end this. Let's end this at. You got back in the ring. You got back in the ring trying to take on the glory days. Well, if you've been cleared, then why don't you're cleared to fight me, so let's have a fight. You get the idea. They just kind of scream at each other for a bit, and then eventually the match would be made. So that match is going to take place at Holiday. Super Dragon versus Excalibur. And then we're going to have a random tag team match, because why not? It's going to be... I feel like I've stopped using these. BXB Hulk and Yamato taking on Go Shiozaki and Yonakiyama, so Burning. So 4 Japanese workers. Speaking of Japan, I was in Japan this time last year. I was going to say, this video pulling on YouTube on the 29th, the same day as the big end of year Stardom event. I wish I was there this year, because the wrestling in Japan over the new year, starting tomorrow, looks amazing. Looks really, really good. Not that last year wasn't good, but yeah, it looks what the hell's going on? Yeah, it looks amazing. There's another, because there's a Stardom show on the 29th, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, I mean, it should be good. And then they've got another one on the 3rd, I think. But there's also Marigold pay-per-view on the 3rd, which I'm tempted to order. I've only ever seen one Marigold show, and that was the one where Io Shirai took on, or Io Sky, whatever they call it, took on Utami Hayashishita. And that event, the whole event was, well, the last 4, I think it was 4 or 5 matches were great. After the LLPW match, every match after that was great. The two matches Miko Iona won were awesome. Obviously the EO match was awesome. The main event was awesome. It was really good as well. The Julia and Sari. So yeah, Utami's got a title shot on that show if anyone's interested. Anyway, let's stop talking about that and instead focus on the last 2 segments. So we'll just do a little video for this one. So hype video for upcoming one-on-one match, which is of course going to be the world title match of Keith Lee and Drew Gulak, which keeps the build going for that one. And then finally the main event, which I feel like I should have actually built up to, but hey ho. So again, the stunning Sukeban, speaking of Io Shirai / Io Sky, she's going to be in action here. So it's going to be Zelina Vega and Paige taking on Io and Kairi. And on a very rare occasion, the babyfaces are going to get the best. So Zelina is going to pin Io. But she's going to pin because Asuka botches her running. So that again creates... That's... and then Gianna Perazzo is going to come out to save her from a 3-on-2. So... That also adds more tension to Katrina and Asuka, so we're trying to, that's been bubbling along, so we're trying to keep that going a little bit. And it gives a rare defeat to the Stunning Succuban. And of course presents Zelina Vega and Paige as a threat. Right, that's in the books. We're half an hour in, and we're nearly done. Let's go. Yeah, that was never going to be bad. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's a bit better actually. That was better than I thought. That was better than I thought it was going to be. So we'll take that. Real one lost 2 points. That's annoying. Real one open brackets, Senzamori closed brackets, losing over us. At least Haskins gains. That was the purpose of that. But none at the expense of his compadre. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks for that. Going well so far. Cool. Yeah, that was fine. Yeah. That could have been better. That was good. That wasn't. Oh, that was good. Oh yeah, Zelina Vega's gone. I can't remember what that one is though. I remember giving him a new gimmick, but I can't remember what it is. Yeah, her old gimmick was highlight reel, and that wasn't working for some reason. So I changed it. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what I've given her though. I'll have a look after this. Cool. That kind of sucked a little bit. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit better. Too many bad segments, which should have been better, like the Foley interview and the Real One attack. And Zelina Vega's gimmick is, oh, Daredevil. Fair enough. Okay, so similar to Highlight Reel, where it's kind of focusing on, oh, this person does high-flying moves. 1,500 people. That's the first time we've gone over 1,500. So we've gone over 1,000, went over 1,500. So that is good, and it's a good way, I think, to end the video. So we're on the 22nd of December. So yeah, we're nearly at the end of the year, nearly at the end of the series. But for now, we're not quite there yet. But if you did enjoy this particular installment of this series, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video should you choose to do that. Please do, just so I've got some comments, like I said earlier. While you're on YouTube though, if you head on over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you will find the rest of the videos in this playlist if you want to see how I've got to this point. You'll also find a myriad of other games that I've played through. If you like wrestling, then please check out my WWE Crush Hour videos. If you don't like wrestling, then I'm not quite sure why you're watching this video, but if that is the case, there is plenty of other content for you to enjoy, including Kirby, including Pokemon, including Streets of Rage, including Crash Bash, and including some Star Fox stuff and lots of other stuff. But Joe, next time we're going to be moving on to the final, possibly, the final booking video of the series. So it's going to be the go-home show for Holiday, and then the pay-per-view itself. And as I said, this could be the last ever, yes, ever, video of the series where I actually book some shows. But to get to that point, for now, from me, it is sayonara.